I got a French fry.
Hi friends, welcome to the Famlex. We are doing a mukbang, or is it mukbang?
I think it's mukbang.
Yeah, we're doing a mukbang Q&A about, well, not even a Q&A, but just a mukbang about our honeymoon and how we picked on the location that we're going to and kind of just our thought process throughout it while we feast on B-dubs, aka Buffalo Wild Wings for those
people
of you
that don't know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got fried pickles, mini corn dogs,
Potato wedges with cheese.
um,
And then we both got boneless wings. I got dry rub buffalo, and then honey barbecue split.
and then I also got chips and cheese. So like we're supposed to be talking.
I don't know if that makes any noise. Well, go ahead and start whatever you want us to talk about first.
Go! This is gonna be hard.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time.
One of my biggest pet peeves is talking with your mouth full or just simply like smacking while you chew. So this is gonna be kind of hard for me. But our honeymoon. So this kind of was a struggle for us, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because we don't know what I was gonna, like, we were kind of putting it off just to kind of see what the future held for both of us, I guess. So we were waiting a little bit longer than we probably should have. But at the end of the day, it didn't really matter what the future was gonna hold. We should have just booked it to begin with.
Yeah, because at least I really wanted to go right after our wedding, which no matter what happened with either of our careers, it didn't matter. We could go right after our wedding in October. But you kind of were like, you were like, oh no, it's okay if we go later, like at a different time.
I didn't care when we went, as long as we went like sometime after the wedding until like the new year. If we went in between like October and January, I was fine with.
Yeah, so anyway, well, it's not very short. First, I'm gonna tell you guys where we were thinking about going for our honeymoon. So the first thing that I did is I looked up all of the places in October that were really good to visit during that time. So like
Seasonally beneficial towards you.
Yeah, I didn't want to go somewhere where it was gonna be winter in October. So the places that we were looking at that were all really good for October were Italy, Hawaii, France, St. Lucia, Maldives or Bora Bora, Spain, Fiji, and that was it. So then from there, we kind of narrowed it down to our top two, which were, well, honestly top three.
Well, we were caught in between with wanting to relax and like have a beachy tropical vacation.
Yeah.
Or if we wanted to travel like across Europe or like, you know,
yeah,
be on the go a ton after the wedding.
Because we're a couple that, I mean, we like to relax, but I didn't really want to sit at a beach and do nothing for an entire week. To me, that's just a little boring, and I am the worst person to lay out in the sun with for like over 30 minutes. So yeah, our top three places that we narrowed it down to were Hawaii, Italy, and St. Lucia. And we pondered on these three for months.
Well, it was originally Hawaii and Italy, and we didn't even think of St. Lucia until somebody voted on, or until you had like your Instagram voting or something. And people are like, oh yeah, St. Lucia's amazing, and we didn't even really know much about it.
And when we went home for our food tasting, the people who we sat by went to St. Lucia for like a destination wedding, and they said that the food was amazing and it was like really, really awesome. So then we started to like really
research it, because we didn't know much about it to begin with.
Yeah, so we really started to think like, ooh, maybe we should go there. But at that time, I was leaning more towards Italy. Like, I really truly wanted to go to Italy. It was just, how long should we go to Italy for to see all we want to see? So like, I knew I wanted to see like Rome, Venice, France, the Amalfi Coast, and I think that was it.
France isn't in Italy.
Did I say France?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said France.
Venice?
Venice, Amalfi Coast. Where are the other places?
I don't know. I know it was Rome and Amalfi and Venice. But well, I thought there was one that... Florence! Not France.
You said France. Florence,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, it was just like really depending on how long we wanted to go and what we wanted to do. So again, like we just waited. Like we didn't like do much research on Italy, like really nothing. We just kind of waited and waited and waited, and then come like a month ago, I started to get a little panicked that we needed to book the honeymoon, you know, here fairly shortly, because that was one of the last bigger decisions that we had to make in the wedding process. So,
The bigger expense, like something bigger that we had to like make sure we nailed down so we can get the payments going on it.
Yeah. So at this point, I would say like 4 weeks ago, my teriyaki is hot. Like it's spicy, yeah. Here, just say eat this. Like it is like burning my mouth. I have never experienced it burn my mouth.
You took a fork? I mean, I know what you're saying. It is a little spice.
It's never been spicy.
You want some mine? Honey barbecue. Why is it spicy?
I don't know. That's weird.
I have a lot of stuff.
I don't really like it, honestly.
Take some of that honey barbecue.
So yeah, about 4 weeks ago, I was like, okay, you know, if we're gonna go to Italy, I need to start looking exactly where we could potentially stay and exactly what we might potentially want to do and how much that's going to be. So I reached out, well, I did a lot of research on my own. I just simply Googled like honeymoon to Italy and clicked a bunch of sites that had basic, you know, itineraries and then places to stay, and then once I read the places to stay, I would just look them up on a new browser and figure out how much the price would be at those locations. But then I started to realize that it was just going to, excuse me, kind of be a lot of like work to do it myself, and I didn't want to screw anything up. Like I didn't want to plan this whole big trip in Europe. Is it in Europe?
I mean, you have to schedule multiple hotels, you have to get a car, like you have to plan literally every single detail out, and that's not for somebody that doesn't know what to do.
Or not for someone who doesn't know what to do, but for someone who
is inexperienced,
who's maybe uncomfortable or has just never done it before. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to.
Because obviously for our honeymoon, we want our trip to be like awesome and stress-free, no problems. And I didn't want to book everything through just like browsers and websites and whatever, and then get there and the hotel be like, oh, actually, we don't see your reservation on file. And then us be completely and utterly screwed of a place to stay. Like on our trip, that would just cause like stress and
if we were to do Italy, it would be through a travel agent probably.
Yeah,
they
so
know what to do.
The next part, I was like, okay, if I still really want to consider Italy, I need to reach out to a travel agency and have them like send me a package and then me look over it and then us decide if that's something that we want to do. So I reached out to Zicasso, I'll put it right here, and I just simply was like, hey, my fiance and I, our honeymoon is this date, we're looking to do these things at these places, can you put something together and let me know what that looks like? So they did, and the thing with that was it took a couple days. And at this point, when I had actually reached out to the travel agency about like more specific details, we were highly considering St. Lucia.
Yeah.
So while I sent them an email telling them what I was looking for and kind of just waiting up for a response, we started looking at resorts and things to do at St. Lucia. So do you want to like talk about that? Or?
Well, it was just easier to find stuff to research on it. Like it was much more, I don't know, convenient, and it has a little bit of everything. Like we can sit by the beach, we can hike, like there's a huge mountain on the island, and like plenty of excursions and trails to hike. Like there's plenty of stuff for us to do.
What were all of the like excursions too? Like
ATVing through the mountain, dune buggying, horseback riding, snorkeling, scuba diving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's some sort of helicopter ride or like boat ride around the mountain or around the island.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's tons of excursions and stuff to do, and plenty to keep you busy while you're there, which is nice.
So I got really excited about it, and you did too.
Yeah, I was researching it during the day.
Yeah, so then we started to look at all-inclusive resorts, because we knew that that's just what we wanted. Like that was
it's easier.
It's easier, and we just really wanted that for our honeymoon. So a popular one that we looked at that had really high ratings and like really good reviews and all of that jazz was Sandals. And when I was looking at their website, still waiting for an email back from Zicasso, the rooms that we wanted to book, there were only like 2 left.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to freak out. Like, actually freak out.
Yeah. You have one of these?
Mm-hmm. Because at that point, I was definitely leaning more towards St. Lucia, and if we weren't gonna be able to get rooms there, then I didn't really know like what other options we had to like go.
I was looking at the Maldives, I was looking at Bora Bora, I was looking at
like
tons of places.
I don't know, I was just kind of like, this is our last straw and there's only 2 rooms left, and like we're getting it down to the wire, like we need to book. Like I'm kind of panicking. I'm just like, we need to get our honeymoon figured out, and there's only 2 rooms left. Like I don't even know.
Baby, he swallowed that whole.
Okay.
He gave him that, he just went, swallowed it. Didn't even bite it. Sorry. We need to book it now, 2 rooms left.
At that point, I was like so excited about St. Lucia, and the fact that they only had 2 rooms left, I was like, oh no, we need to get like all of our questions answered so we can book this right now. Like I'm kind of over Italy. I don't really want to hear back about the price and all that jazz, so like let's just do this. And then at that point, when I realized that there were only a couple rooms left, I was like really sold on it. Like just hanging out by the beach and relaxing.
Well, I told you too, like how much stress is going to be leading up to the wedding and the wedding, and then having to like worry about traveling and being here at a certain time when we're in Italy, you know, boom, 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 all planned out, would just be even more stress.
Mm-hmm.
So once I told you that, you're like, yeah, you're kind of right. We should probably just like
do St. Lucia.
Yeah.
And you were like, we could do Italy for like an anniversary trip or something.
Right.
Which I was like, okay, we're not completely crossing Italy off of our bucket list, but it can be placed on hold for another time. So yeah, at that point, we got all of our questions answered from the travel agent online, and literally that night, I'm pretty sure, right? That night we booked it. Yeah.
No, we thought about it. We booked it the next morning.
Oh.
Because there was a non-refundable deposit on the hut. You didn't tell them about the breakup.
So yeah, when we were looking on Sandal's website, I have always wanted to stay in a hut over the water. Have you, or not so much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who hasn't wanted to?
I mean, I don't know. Some people might. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
So we decided to save money. Instead of doing the hut the full like week and a week and a couple days, we were going to split up our trip and do the first like 3 or 4 days in a like regular really nice room with an ocean front view like walkout, and then this last like 4 days in the hut. So we saved like a couple grand honestly doing that. So that night we put a hold down on the regular room, and then we were waiting on, I don't even know what, just like
we just had
confirmation. Yeah, just like confirmation and the feeling of like being 100% sure on wanting to book the hut for those other 4 days.
Yeah, because that was non-refundable.
Yeah, that one was
much
non-refundable.
more.
Yeah, and it was way more. So we slept on it that night, and then the next morning it was the same situation as the other room. There was one room left for those 4 days that we wanted to book it. So I was like, done. We're booking it. Like we're going to St. Lucia.
Did it.
So yeah, we're going to St. Lucia. Woo! I'm so excited.
Me too. Like I can't wait.
But really there was no rhyme or reason on like our process. We kind of just thought of places, researched on the places that were good during that time that we wanted to go, and then kind of waited a little bit into the last minute because we are really bad decision makers, and then when we were like, oh crap, we're at the deadline, decided on St. Lucia. Our heart was like...
And it really just depended on what place was going to be nice at that time of year too, because like if we were getting married like in March, like who knows if it would have been nice to even go there at the time. We probably would have gone somewhere else. Like looking at, I think that's a big thing, is looking at like what will be nice like that time of the year, like when you're getting married or want to go on your honeymoon. Right?
Yeah. So I'll insert pictures right here of where we're gonna be staying and like what it looks like, and then yeah, I'm really excited. Like we can do so many things. Like we're
gonna try and do as many excursions as we can and film it for everybody that wants to watch. And
yeah, we'll have a honeymoon vlog.
Yeah. It'll be super easy.
So, well, and people, you're probably wondering, like, you're going on your honeymoon. Ew.
Gross.
You're going on your honeymoon. You shouldn't be on your phones. You shouldn't be like vlogging and like doing all that stuff. But
we like to do that.
We love to vlog. We love to take pictures, and like it's really fun. And we can look back on it and be like, wow, like that was our honeymoon.
Yeah,
and like that's what I love about making these videos.
Right. Because we can watch it, you know, in 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah. So
show our future kids.
Wow. Yeah, that's weird.
I heard a vlogger say something about that. I got a French fry.
So yeah, we'll have a honeymoon vlog for you guys, and that's pretty much it.
I think that's it. We don't have much else.
No, I mean we can lay out by the beach, we can hike the mountain, we can...
You eat this one?
I think I just split it in half. We can go snorkeling, scuba diving, golfing. There's so much to do there.
There's a whole list of like activities.
Yeah, and I really liked how we split it up to save money. The first half in a regular room and the second half in a hut.
Because the hut's secluded, and the hotels with like everybody, the restaurants, the bars, the pool, like the beach is.
Tell them maybe we did it at the end of our trip too.
Oh. So we split it up where we're staying in the huts at the end of the trip, so that way we get like, you know, the hustle and bustle, I guess, of the hotel, and being able like to be around people, and then at the end we can like enjoy being over the water in our hut, like,
and fully relaxed
and like,
because when we first get there, like we're gonna want to like explore the resort and like
I feel like the hut's gonna be nicer too.
Yeah.
So like I want to end on the nicer note.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But yeah, so that concludes today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'd be super happy to make more videos like this.
You ate all the food.
Oh yeah, because all
We
the
have
food.
so much food left too. I'm gonna be full.
You are, I know, me too. My wings are so spicy.
I don't understand why.
They've never been spicy.
Oh god.
Bye.